constantly worried and anxious about future things? Well, let's talk about it. Hi, my name's Dave, and welcome to my daily journey through the Daily Stoic. 366 meditations on wisdom, perseverance, and the art of living by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hasselman. If you enjoy Stoic content and self-improvement, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Today is August 21st. Don't be miserable in advance. It's ruinous for the soul to be anxious about the future and miserable in advance of misery. Engulfed by anxiety that the things it desires might remain its own until the very end. For such a soul will never be at rest. By longing for things, it will come to lose the ability to enjoy the present things. Seneca, Moral Letters 98, 5b to 6a. The way we're nervously worried about some looming bad news is strange if you think about it. By definition, the waiting means it hasn't happened yet. So that feeling bad in advance is totally voluntary. But that's what we do, chewing our nails, feeling sick to our stomachs, rudely brushing aside the people around us. Why? Because something bad might occur soon. The pragmatist, the person of action, is too busy to waste time on such silliness. The pragmatist can't worry about every possible outcome in advance. Think about it. The best case scenario. The news turns out better than you expected. All that time was wasted with needless fear. Worst case scenario. We were miserable for extra time, by choice. And what better use could you make of that time? A day that could be your last, you want to spend it in worry? In what other area could you make some progress while others might be sitting on the edges of their seat, passively waiting some fate? Let the news come when it comes, when it does. Be too busy working to care. Oh, that's such a great reading today. This really, because especially when you have anxiety and you're constantly anxious about things that are gonna happen, it's always that waste of energy that we're putting, and we're not being fully present and in that moment. We're now living in the future, and a future that we don't even know exists, right? We're not grounding ourselves in the reality of now. The only moment that you're truly alive is the moment of now. Now, this moment that you're watching this video, this is when you're alive. What happened before and what happened next, what happened before already happened. You can't change that. What will happen in the future, you don't know what's going to happen. But you can control the moment of now. And controlling that moment, recognizing and understanding that, is that, maybe there is some looming bad news, but why focus on that? Focus on what you can do now, what the moment allows you to do. What are the small actionable steps? If you're man, I'm I really want to work out, but this isn't right and that isn't right, or I've got this thing and I'm but if I go to the gym, people will look at me because I'm too skinny and they'll make fun of me, or this. But these are all things in my head, right? But if I just start doing one push-up a day, all right, what are the little actions I can take in that moment? Especially in dating and relationships. Let's say, for me, about 10 years ago, when I was really struggling to try to know how to talk and approach women and try to ask for a date, I'd create all these scenarios in my head. Oh, she already has a boyfriend. Oh, she'll think I'm ugly. It'll be this, that, I'll get smacked in the face, or people will make fun of me. But the thing is in reality, none of that actually happens. When I learned to go and be honest and approach from a place of honesty and vulnerability and assertiveness of hi, I think you're pretty, hi, I saw you from across the street there, you had really nice earrings. And I would be I would be mad at myself if I didn't come over and say hello to you because I think you're absolutely gorgeous. Hi, my name's Dave. That simple thing of just paying a compliment and taking that action, in my head I'd be oh my God, everyone's gonna look at me. The thing is, no one looked, no one cared. And most of the time, I would be oh my God, thank you so much. I was having a bad day, and that really cheered me up. Sometimes they did have a boyfriend. No, I have a boyfriend, bye. But, for me, by taking that action, I didn't live in my worry. I didn't live in the mud, live in the mud or live in the shit. I learned to embrace that, when you're stuck in that moment, it's so hard to get out, especially in depression. And the only way that I found to get out of it is by taking small little actionable steps each day to move forward. This is one of the big things that I go over in my coaching program as well, is like recognizing, especially when we're dealing with anxiety, worry, relationship troubles, things like that, where we're going to go in the future. Like, I honestly don't know where I'm going to go in the future. I've got a game planned out, but I don't know what's going to happen from a year from now. I don't know where the world's going to be, but all I know is what I can do today. And this is one of the things I really kind of core down in my coaching program, is learning how to build out that daily structure, routine, and ritual so you can have a fulfilled life within those moments, so you can build, because that day one turns into, that amazing life down the road, but it starts with today. I watched a lot of Alex Hormozi podcasts. He was talking about, before he got big in the last year or two, he was making a podcast for 5 years. You look at some other, like Mr. Beast, these YouTubers, other people that you follow, or even musicians, for years and years, they put in the daily effort, and then they got big, right? Like, you're not going to get big overnight. It's not going to happen really quickly. It's about slowing it down, thinking about what you can do now, not thinking about what's going to happen in the future, because you have no control over that. As a Stoic, right, we recognize our hula hoop, the things we're in control of. We're in control of the moment of now, how we act and react to situations, how we handle that bad news when it comes. Not worrying about whether or not it's going to happen, but focusing on what I can do now. I would love to know in the comments below how you guys deal with anxiety and worry and things like that. That's all I got. And if you're interested in my coaching program, I still have 3 spots open for my autumn session. It's a fantastic course to help you master your mind, master your anxiety, so you can live the best life possible. Reach out in the comments below. There should be in the description a link for a call. If not, feel free to reach out to me, and we'll get back to you with that and help you succeed in everything you want. With that, though, have a great, if not better, day.